Long ago, in a land of wisdom and learning, there was a dark cave where a group of prisoners had been held since birth. They were chained by their hands and feet, unable to move, their eyes fixed on a great stone wall in front of them. Behind them, a fire burned, casting flickering shadows on the wall. Between the fire and the prisoners, unseen figures moved, holding up objects, figures of animals, trees, and people. The prisoners saw only the shadows on the wall, and heard only the echoes of voices bouncing through the cavern. To them, these shadows were reality. They knew nothing of the world outside the cave. One day, by chance or fate, one prisoner's chains broke. For the first time in his life, he turned his head and saw the fire behind him. The light burned his eyes, and the truth terrified him. Confused, he stumbled toward the entrance of the cave, his legs weak from a lifetime of chains. Step by step, he climbed toward the light, until at last he emerged into the world above. What he saw overwhelmed him. The sky stretched infinitely above him. Trees swayed in the wind, birds soared freely. The sun bathed everything in golden light, revealing colors he had never imagined. For the first time he saw reality, not as shadows, but as it truly was. At first it hurt his eyes, but slowly he adjusted. He saw that the cave had been a prison of illusion, and that truth was far greater than he had ever known. Filled with excitement, the man rushed back to the cave to tell the others. He wanted them to see the real world, to escape their prison of shadows. But when he entered, his eyes, now accustomed to the sunlight, struggled in the darkness. He stumbled and fell, appearing weak and foolish to the others. The prisoners laughed at him. "You've gone mad," they said. "You left the cave and returned blind." "No," the man insisted. "You are the blind ones. The shadows on the wall, they are not real. Come with me and I will show you the truth." But they refused. They mocked him, and some became angry. They had lived their whole lives believing in the shadows. How could they now accept that their reality was a lie? And so they chose to remain in the darkness. Plato's story teaches us that many people live in ignorance without realizing it. The prisoners believed the shadows were real because that was all they had ever known. In the same way, people often accept half-truths without questioning them. Truth can be painful at first. When the prisoner first saw the sunlight, it hurt his eyes. Similarly, learning new truths can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth. Not everyone wants to be freed. Even when the prisoner tried to show others the truth, they rejected him. Some people fear change and would rather stay in comfortable ignorance